Hello everyone, how are you all? I hope you all are safe in this pandemic. In our last session, we have discussed about the introductory part of first chapter of grade 9 in chemistry, that is matter in our surrounding. The definition of matter we have already learned, the particulate nature of matter we have already done. We have done all the activities to show the particulate nature of matter, to show the characteristics of matter. Here in this video, I am going to tell you about the existence of matter in three states, that is solid, liquid and gas. We are going to read in detail about the properties of solid state of matter, liquid state of matter and gaseous state of matter. So let us continue. What is solid state? Some common example of solid are iron, copper, gold, rock, wood, ice, etc. They are all solid. And in the case of solid state of matter, the constituent particles constituent particles means the atom molecules or ions, they are very closely, very tightly packed. The interparticle space, the intermolecular space in the case of solid is very small, and the intermolecular force of attraction between the constituent particle of a solid is very, very strong. Therefore, the particles of the solid are held in fixed position and they are having very little freedom of movement. They can simply vibrate about their mean position. Now, based on these properties, we will read about the characteristics of solid. The first characteristic is that the solid have definite shape and fixed volume. This is all because of the presence of very strong cohesive force between the constituent particles of a solid. They are so tightly packed that they cannot change their shape, they cannot change their volume. And hence this is the property of solid, that it is having definite shape and fixed volume. The second property is that the space which is present between the particles of a solid is minimum. Minimum means it is very less. As we have already discussed, that the constituent particles of the solid are very closely packed. They are very tightly packed. And this is the only reason behind the rigidness and incompressible nature of a solid. As the constituent particles in solid are very closely packed with practically no space between the particles, the solids have very slight or no compressibility. They cannot be compressed. They are very rigid. I will tell you about the sponge. Sponge is a solid, cotton is a solid, but yet we can very easily compress it. The reason behind this is that the cotton or the sponge are having small pores in it, and the air is trapped in these pores. When sponge is pressed, the trapped air is expelled out and the sponge thus gets compressed. The third property is the force of attraction between the particle is maximum. Yes, the force of attraction between the particles is maximum because they are very closely packed. They are very tightly packed. Therefore, the force of attraction, or it can be called as the cohesive force between the particles, between the constituent particles of a matter, is very strong. Next is the movement of the particles is minimum. Yes, because of the inavailability of space between the constituent of particles of a solid, they cannot move. They are having very little freedom of movement. That is, you can say that they can simply vibrate about their mean position. They cannot go from one place to another place. They will vibrate on their mean position only. The next property is they are very least compressible, which I have already explained. I have already told you that solids are very rigid, they are very incompressible because of the very close arrangement of particles in it. Next is the rate of diffusion is least. Solids in fact do not diffuse. In some except some cases, the solid do not diffuse, and the reason behind this is that the closely packing of particles in a solid. Here on the screen you can very easily see that how the particles of the solid are shown here with the help of small red colored ball, and they are how very closely packed. There is no space between them, and this is the reason that they cannot flow because of the very strong force of cohesion between the particles. They cannot flow, they are unable to flow. Therefore and this is one of the reason that they do not show the phenomenon of diffusion. One more property I'll tell you about the solid, that they are having very high melting and boiling point. Due to very strong force of cohesion between the constituent particle of a solid, more heat energy is required to overcome these forces, and therefore in solids generally we can say that it is having very high melting and boiling points. Next is about the liquid state. Some of the common example I'd like to give you of a liquid, that it is water. Yes, water is a liquid. Milk, oil, fruit juice, petrol, diesel, kerosene oil, they are all examples of liquid. Actually what happens in a liquid state of matter, that the constituent particles are packed loosely. Loosely means they are having more interparticular space than in solid, and the cohesive force it is weaker in liquid than in solid. The cohesive force of attraction is stronger enough to keep the constituent particle fairly close to each other. That means it is not very weak, it is not very strong as it was in the case of solid. So the constituent particles are having restricted freedom of movement. The particles can move over very short distances. They can only slip, and they can only slide past on one another, and they can also readjust their position. Now we will one by one read about the characteristic properties of liquid. The first one is that liquids have definite volume but do not have definite shape. As a given quantity of liquid has a fixed volume at given temperature, because the cohesive force of liquid are very strong enough to keep the constituent particles together. They are not so weak that they will allow its particle to go from one place to another place. They can move over a very short distance, they can slip only and slide past over one another. Now they do not have any definite shape, as they assume the shape of the part of the container in which they are kept. Like for example, if we keep water in glass, the water will take the shape of the glass. If you will keep the same water in a plate or in a bowl, then the water will take the shape of the plate or bowl. So water is not having its own definite shape. It is retaining the shape of the container in which it is placed. The next property is the space between the particle is intermediate. Intermediate means intermediate between solid and gas. The space which is present between the particles of a liquid is between solids and gas. Next is the force of attraction between the particles is also intermediate. Yes, that means the force of attraction between the particles of a liquid is less than solid and more than gas. Next is the movement of the particle is also intermediate. Okay, so we can say that normally the liquids are slightly more compressible than solid, because in the case of liquid there is a greater interparticle space which was not present in the case of gas. Next is they are less compressible, because because of the same reason they are having a slightly more space between their particles. They have lower density than their corresponding solid state, because the particles of the matter are packed loosely, therefore they are less dense. Some exceptions are also here. For example, I'll tell you that ice is the solid state of water which floats on water, and this is all because ice is lighter. That means ice is less denser than water. Next property is that the rate of diffusion is more than solid. The liquids diffuses more readily than solid. The reason behind this is that the particle of the liquid move faster and diffuse more readily than in solids, and as a result the diffusion in liquid is faster than in solid. As here you can see on the screen about the arrangement of particles in the liquid. They are not so tightly, not so closely packed as the particles were packed in the case of solid, and this is the reason behind the much lower boiling and melting point of liquid than in solid. It is all because of the cohesive force operating between the constituent particles in liquid are weaker as compared to that in solid. I hope this is clear to you all. Next, we will discuss about the gaseous state. The gaseous state, it is some examples. First, I'll give you of gases, like they are oxygen, nitrogen, hydrogen, carbon dioxide, air. Actually, air is a mixture of gases. So, like air, most of the gases are invisible. The air is around us, we cannot see it, we only can feel it. So if we will talk about the particular arrangement in the case of gases, so they are very far apart from each other. They practically they are not having any cohesion force. There is no intermolecular force of attraction exists between the particles of a gas. The constituent particles have very high degree of freedom. They can move randomly in all the direction with very high speed, and when the moving gas particle hits the wall of the container, they exert pressure, and this pressure is known as gas pressure. One more thing I would like to tell you, that the average kinetic energy of a gas is directly proportional to its temperature on Kelvin scale. That means if you will increase the temperature, the kinetic energy of the particle of the gas will also increase, and if you will decrease the temperature, then the average kinetic energy of the particle of the gases will also decrease. The first property of gas is that they do not have definite shape and volume. They do not have definite shape, they do not have definite volume. This is because of the lack, or you can say the absence, of interparticle forces and the presence of high speed of molecule. The gases always spread out and they completely fill any closed container. So the gas volume is the volume of the container, and thus we can say that the gas assumes the shape and volume of the vessel. Next property of gas is that the space between the particle is maximum. The space between the particles of a solid was minimum, the space between the particle of the liquid was intermediate, and here in the case of gases, the particular arrangement is such that they are having very much space between them. They are arranged very far apart from each other. Next property is that the force of attraction between the particle is minimum. Because they are very far apart from each other, the force of attraction, the cohesive force between two particles is minimum. Next is the movement of the particle is maximum. They are having very high degree of freedom. They can move randomly in all the direction and with high speed. They are most compressible. They are most compressible. They are very high. They are having very high compressibility because there is much space between the particle. They can be pushed very closer by applying some pressure. And due to high compressibility, the large volume of a gas can be compressed into a container of very small volume and they can be transported very easily. The LPG cylinder which is there in your kitchen on which we cook our food, it also contains petroleum gas under very high pressure. The CNG you must have heard about, which is used in automobiles, is also compressed natural gas. So gases can be compressed. Next is the rate of diffusion is very high in gases as compared to solid and liquid. The reason behind this very high rate of diffusion in gases is the particle in the gas can move very freely in all the possible direction with very high speed. I have already told that there is no force of attraction between the particles of a gas. They are having very high intermolecular space between them, so they can move very freely in all possible direction with very high speed, and this is the reason why the gases are having very high rate of diffusion. Here you can see that how the particles of a gas are arranged. They are very far away from each other. They are very free to move anywhere they can go, and there is no negligible force of attraction between the particles of the gas. So that's all for this session. In our next session, we will be discussing about the change of state, how the matters can change its space. So bye bye till then.